Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the last video before I go to my mum's for Sunday dinner. Oh yeah, I love my mum's Sunday dinner. That's who we called me before, just to see what time I was going. So I'll just show you what's staying in the basket. I'll just quickly run through everything that's staying in. So we've got the concealer, the Maybelline concealer. That's just to basically put on my eyelids, so that one will be staying in. Then we've got these Shu Uemura eyeshadow palette, just for the eyeshadows, because like the eyeshadow palettes that I pulled for this week, well, not even for this week, I pulled them for last week and I just didn't get around to using them all. So I'm going to keep them in the makeup collection again for another week. So this is the Sweet Beige Brown palette, which looks like that. You've all seen it before, so I'm not going to really take up any more camera time for this baby. So yeah, keeping that in. I'm also keeping this bronzer in, this Honeycomb bronzer in the shade 02. Again, you've all seen that. So I don't really want, I'll open it and show you what it looks like, because if you've not seen like all my videos, then you might not know. But I mean, it's quite universal on YouTube. A lot of people use it. So as you can see, I've hit a lot of serious pan on it, and I just want it out of the collection. So it's in my project pan and I'll be using that. And then also these lightning shade adjusting drops from the Body Shop. I want to use them again. I don't know, I've not pulled a foundation. I'll do that in a second, because I might not need them. Let me just go and pull a foundation for this week. So I actually do need the shade adjusting drops. I'm going to be using this EX1 Invisiwear liquid foundation. Now, I've never tried it with the drops, but I do really like this foundation. But as you can see, it is just far too yellow toned for me. I wanted the palest shade and they didn't have it, so I got this one. I'm not too sure what shade it is, but I know that it's 2.0. I know that it's not the palest shade that you can get, so when I'm in Boots and they've got the palest shade, I will change it. Maybe I can mix them both together, but for now I'm going to see what it looks like with these shade adjusting drops. So yeah, I'm going to be using that going forward for the next week. What else? Oh yeah, I'll also be carrying on using this Revlon powder. As you can see, you know, I have hit pan on it, so I just want to basically use this up. I won't be using any other powder until this has gone out of the collection. Second drawer is just like those Colourpop shadows. I mean, this one in Cheap Date I want to get a lot more use out of. So that looks like that. Definitely be using Glow. I use Glow all the time just as a base, just so that my eyeshadows go on really smoothly. And as you can see, I've hit some serious pan in the last few weeks on that, so really glad about that. And then as a transition shade, I've been using Hanky Panky, so that just looks like that. And again, I've hit pan on that as well, so I should have hit series like more pan on it like in December, so I want to use them 3 shades up. I'm not too bothered about this one. I do really like it, and I use it probably once or twice a month. I'm going to try and use it more, but I have got palettes to use and try, and also I want to review them even though they're quite old. I do want to do blog posts on them, so I'm not too bothered if I don't get around to using this one this month, just because there's quite a lot in that already, whereas the other 3 eyeshadows from Colourpop don't have that much product left. Then I've got these 2 Australis metallic shades, like the creams, so I do want to use these as quick as I can really. And it's the Metallics eyeshadows, and that one's in Guns N' Rose Petal. shown these so much. I just think they're beautiful, and they were a present, so I don't want them to go to waste. And then this one is in the shade JZ. So again, yeah, I'm really focusing on getting rid of the creams. And then I've got a Stila one in the shade Metallic Laurel. So that looks like that. So these are all staying in the collection for another week. And then I've got two kind of cream, they are like eyeshadow toppers basically. So they're the Moon Dust, Urban Decay Moon Dust. That one's Solstice and that one's Chemtrail. That one's my favourite. I've spoke about that in so many videos that I've done. And then lipstick that's going to be staying in for another week is this one. And this one is the Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet in the shade Nudist. Really like that for an everyday nude colour. Right, all the brow products are actually staying in. I don't really need to show you what they look like. We've got the mascara that's staying in. Then we've got the MUA Brow Define Tinted Brow Mascara. I don't want this to take up quite a lot of the video because you've already seen these. And then I've got the Too Faced Glitter Glue. So these are all staying in. These are probably staying in until I've used all the product up, to be honest. And then we've got the liners, and there's a lipstick in here as well that I'm not 100% sure about, by Tanya Bear. It's, I think, Rhubarb and Crumble. Yeah, Rhubarb and Crumble. I'm not sure about it, so I'm just keeping it in the drawer with the liners, and I'll probably use it once or twice more, make a decision on it, and then either get rid of it or keep it in the collection. These are all the liners that I've got in the collection, and I've shown you them and shown you swatches, so I won't go too much more into that. So again, I'm going to be probably using contour shades out of this Revolution and Imagination palette. I don't know whether it's going to be literally or a mixture of those two there, because they actually work quite nice. And then what I do then, I mean, once I put the contour shades in, I go in with Pretty High and just sharpen the contour out. So obviously I'm going to be using this palette again. I don't know, I think I might actually use it for highlight as well, so I don't need to pull a highlight. I was using this highlighter in Crescent Moon by Topshop. That one's going back in the collection, so let's put that away. So yeah, using that. What else have we got? So what I want to use is this blush by Hourglass, and it's the Ambient Lighting Travel Size blush I was talking about. And this is in the shade Luminous Flush. So tiny. And it's 1.4 grams of product, so it's the same amount in this little packaging that you get in the volume 4, the Christmas collection that they brought out, where you get 6, where you get free lightning palettes, and also I think 2 blushes and kind of 1 bronzer, or a blush. I think it's 2 blushes, or it might be a blush and a highlight and a bronzer. I'm not too sure, I'll have to look into that, but you do get 1.4 grams in every product in there, so that's the same amount. And these retail, I think they retail, I mean, I got this as a present, but I think they retail about £22, so that palette is worth quite a lot of money. Anyway, I'm going to speak more about that in a Hourglass video, so I won't go too much into that at the minute, but yeah, I will be using that in December. even though we're in December now. Another thing I want to use more of going forward this week is this Urban Decay shadow box, which just looks like that. Now I have used quite a few of these shades, to be honest, so it's just a few, like they're all shimmers, and that's why I had to pull that other eyeshadow palette, the Shu Uemura one, just because obviously you need base, you need transition shades, base shades, all that kind of jazz. Anyway, I've been using this. I've been using that shade Indo, which is so pretty. It's similar to the shade I've got on my eyes now. I've used Baked Cowboy, which is really nice. I've used Moon Shadow, and I think that's it, and also Sin as an inner corner highlight. So I do want to get more use out of this, just so I can do a review on it, and also to see what I actually want to do with the palette. Do I want to keep it in the collection or not? Also another palette I want to use, this is another Urban Decay one, and it's the Urban Decay Smoked palette. So I really like the packaging on this. Now I did have the eyeliner, I don't even know where that's gone. I had it last week, so that's obviously around somewhere, so I need to find that, so I do want to use it again. But yeah, I've not used any of these eyeshadows yet. This blue looks really nice. That's in the shade Evidence. I mean, it's a smoky palette, obviously, by the name of Smoked, and I don't really use palettes like this. I don't know what possessed me to get it, but I do want to use it and see how I feel about the palette, and then see if, I don't know, I want to keep it. Because I don't need all these palettes that are in my collection, and I just want to see, you know, what I want to do with them, basically. Then we've got a lipstick. So I found this in my higher end lipstick collection, and I came across it the other day when I did that higher end lipstick collection, and I think that's already on YouTube. So this is Too Faced Melted Chocolate, and it's just like a little travel size one, and it's in chocolate honey, and it smells divine. So yeah, I really want to use that going forward, just like declutter it out of the collection. I also want to use this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this, to be honest, as it's quite dark, and it's Melted Berry, so I want to use that more. I also want to use this one, it's Rebirth, and I absolutely love this. I've spoke about this before. It's like a really nice pumpkin shade. It's perfect for this time of year. So that's 3 lipsticks there. I'm going to be using more of this perfume, the Far and Away Exotic perfume. I just want it completely out of my collection so I can start using one of the other ones. I'll be using this Too Faced blusher this week. So it just looks like that, and it's in the shade Love Hangover, and it's part of the Love Flush blushes. And also over the top of that, I will be using the Peachin. So I've got a couple of blushes this week to be using. So probably for a few days I'll use the Hourglass one, and then for 2 days I'll probably use, well, I'll probably do 3 days. Both of them for 3 days, and then choose a different one on the last day. But yeah, I want to use them two together. There's another lipstick here. I think I might put that back though, because I've used this today and it just looks like that. I'm going to pop a little bit more on. Right, so it looks like that, and it's just the Too Faced Melted in the shade Fig. Like I said, I'm not too sure about that. I think I'm going to like that one more than that one though. I might actually keep them, I'll keep it in the collection and just see which one I like the most. This is something that I'm going to be putting in the collection, and it's the L'Oreal Single Eyeshadow. Is it? It's in the shade Wild Gold, so that just looks like that, and it's barely been touched, guys, so I do want to use that more. And I've got like a liquid eyeshadow, which is where, yeah, I've got like a liquid eyeshadow that goes nicely over the top, which should be on my desk somewhere. Let me just go and find it. Right, so I've got this liquid eyeshadow, and it came from Amazon. I bought it a couple of months ago and I've only just found it, so I thought I'd start using it. I've actually wore it with this before, like, so I put this all over my eyelid, and then I put this in the centre, and they kind of remind me of the Stila ones. You'll see why in a minute. So look at the packaging, it does really remind me of the Stila one. It's such a pretty shade. I'm going to do you a swatch now, and these guys are about £2, and they're not expensive at all. I got it, I think, well, before I decided on the no buy anyway, probably about 2 or 3 months ago, and that's what it looks like. It is such a pretty shade, and they last a really, really long time as well. So yeah, I'm going to be using that with that. I mean, all of this, I'll have to roast some over till the following week. As long as I get through most of these eyeshadows in this palette, I'll be happy. I might put that back in the collection and do it next week. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So I've got quite a few single eyeshadows that I want to basically see how I feel about them as well. So yeah, this is just the one palette that's going to go in the collection for this coming week, and then I've just got 2 more products to talk about. So I've found this, and it's Model Co contour stick, and I've used this today. I actually really, really like it. So yeah, I'm going to continue to use it and see how I feel about it. So I've got that, and then I've got the Lasting, I don't even know what it's called, Lasting Concealer by Collection, and it's in the shade 1 Fair. So that's everything that I'll be using for this week. I thought I'd come on camera this time rather than just showing you the products, obviously because it's Christmas and I've got a few Christmas decorations up, and yeah, I just thought I'd do it this way rather than the other way, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.